And for the beginning of my live stream, I'm going to fiddle with the microphone, of course. All right, let's see. Checking sound levels. Here, I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Allow. Share this window. Share this entire screen. There we go. Oh, that's kind of trippy. All right. Oh, let's see. Yes, I was listening to some Has-Been Hotel. Okay, oh, that's where it needs to be. I'm going to move that to the other window there. All right. Grabbed that from Figma already. Got my file right there. I think I've got a little scratch to my voice today, but you know what? I'm going to try not to overwork it. I don't know if my microphone is set at a bad level. I don't know nothing. In fact, I don't even know if this is set to a good. Let's. Nope, that just mutes my microphone. Can I change anything? Hello, Bueller? Does this one change something? An overlay for my brakes. All right. Not going to worry about that. All right. I'm going to bring Focusrite control over to here. I'm going to bring Obsidian. Nope. Go away, Figma. Did not mean to open you. Right here. Hello. I want you to go to this side. That was rude. All right. Well, my neighbor's AC is on. So if I turn this up, you'll be able to hear it humming out there, which is quite the bother. But that's all right. Gonna do a couple of things right here. All right, let's see. I'm bouncing all over the place because I don't know what I'm doing. See if I can get those scratches out or figure out a way to use them. All right, what did I call this one? Come on, mate. You called it something. I don't know why I'm starting to turn Australian, but guess I am. I am. All right, I need to get over to title and font. That's where I'm spending most of my time now, anyways. I wonder if somebody who actually knows what this accent is would be annoyed with it. They might not. Let's see. Two Masters, audiobook narration, session 2. Now, I'm sure one problem I have when I'm doing accents is they all start slipping in between each other. And it takes me a lot of practice to figure out how to keep the accent in a steady place. Usually, it involves thinking about a certain character, one that helps me to know precisely what I'm looking for. Let's see. All right, let's see. I need that. And here's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to put. Here is the link to my live stream happening now, Wednesday, June 3rd, 2026. I am working on recording my solo version of the audiobook. I will also be talking about, let's see, the multicast version. Oh, am I drinking too fast? I'm getting the burpees. Gross. Thomas, how dare your body do a thing that bodies do? I am so offended. All right, I need to keep this in sight, so I'm going to put on my other monitor. I am so offended. So, this is me talking way up high, and I need to practice talking with my voice in different places. So, I'm going to keep practicing. Let's see. I'm trying to move it down, further down into my throat, down into my chest. Now, what happens if I visualize my voice coming from my gut? That does some really interesting things. Seems like I've still got that vocal fry. And you know what? I'm going to try to do chapter 2, but I may end up having to redo it because if it sounds too different from chapter 1, I don't want that vocal fry. The vocal fry might be fine, though, for Omri chapters. So, gosh, do I just give that a try? Would that be too crazy? I don't know. Okay. You know what? I think that's good. And I'm going to add an image. Where is it? Post, set featured image. Grab it from my. Oh gosh, come on, guys. Generate an image. Let's shove generative AI down everyone's throats and see. You can see here where I once was not so sure about using it myself. I'm very much at the point of don't. Can I delete you now? Yes. Nah, I don't need to delete history. And what's this one? I have no idea how you got here. Yeah, you can go away. Is that just me goofing off? I don't know. Let's upload a file. We're going to select it. It's going to be from my downloads. So if I talk down here, I get the fry. But if I talk further up, which is actually where Revan spends most of his time, then I'm hanging out just above the fry. So let's go and add that image. Okay. That's a little big. Okay, I'm making this complicated. Just go. Go, Thomas, go. Go, 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 go. All right. Let's see. I'm going to hit that. Good. Audiobook and live stream are now one word. I hereby use my rights and powers and authority as an English major to put these in there. Yes, even capitalized. Even capitalized. All right. Let's see. Optimize with, improve with AI. No, you can go away. Excerpt, it'll be. Oh, how about I actually put in the link? That would be smart. All right, let's see. I hope this is the link. Is this the link? How do I share the link? Share. Copy. Paste it. Look at that. All right. We're going to hit publish. Access everyone. Yes. Okay. Now the other thing, we're going to go to sites. We're going to go to Four Seasons of Fantasy. Huh. Yep, Four Seasons of Fantasy. We're going to go to, yeah, I want to go to it. Go to it. Four Seasons. There we go. I'm going to do a post, new post. And I'm going to put, let's see, I'm going to do enter once, drop it there. we're going to grab from here. We're going to call this, change it to, here's the link to Thomas Fox's, yes, the S is on purpose. Live stream happening now, Wednesday, June 3rd, 2026. He is working on, let's see. He'll also talk about be talking. I'm so silly. He will also be talk about. Also, I need the also. All right, and then I need an image. Same one. Set featured image from media library. Will I have it? No, I won't have it. Yeah. All right. Set featured image. Media library. Upload a file. Select a file. Document. Downloads. To masters. Solo recording session 2. Set that as my featured image. And I'm going to change that on here right now, even though I'm not going to do anything else with it. You're going to be 1x. It's just fine. Okay. And publish. Share to force. What's wrong? Why can't I do that? Here, let's try one other thing real quickly. Let's open that. Let's check the Facebook connection. Setting. Media feedback appearance, plugins, users, tools. Come on, where is it? Home? Let's try the home. Stats, hosting, upgrades. Okay, come on. Settings. General. Here, let's try that one. Media? Is it in media? No, wrong one. All right, let's try general. Writing. Users. Come on. All right, fine. This is embarrassing. Where are the social media settings for WordPress.com? I don't want to. I don't want the social icons block. Post automatic social media. Yes, Jetpack social. Is it in Jetpack? Oh, there it is. Social. Issue with this connection. Let's reconnect. All right. Let's sign in with the first season. Nope, not Thomas Fox. Let's swap a few things around. Four seasons of epic fantasy. Okay. Now close that. Go back to Jetpack. Where are you? Yes, connect an account. Facebook. No, switch to something else. No. Yeah, Four Seasons. There we go. Yeah, go to Four Seasons. Okay, connect. I don't want to switch to Thomas Fox. You're gonna mess it up, aren't you? No, edit. Do I have to sign out as Thomas Fox? All right, fine. I will try that, I guess. See all profiles. Four Seasons of Epic Fantasy. All right. Forget it. Taking too long. I'll do it another day. Okay, let's publish you. Post published. All right, let's go to the one from my website. And actually, let's just copy this link. Okay, now I go to Facebook. No, I'm not paying you money to boost something. Man, I do a good job getting distracted, don't I? Whoa. Yep. All right, let's see. What am I doing? Wow, Facebook, it just sucks out my brain. Okay. Yay, I'm posting to my friends. I need to split my Facebook account. So many things I need or should do. Most important of all is read the freaking book. So let's stay here, stay here, stay here. Doofus. Everything else. Okay, good. Yes, problem communicating with Facebook. Of course there is. Oh, I'm getting myself a little riled up here, guys. I'm going to keep going through my opening exercises. So that's set up. Audio MIDI is set up. Now let's go open DaVinci Resolve. Oh my goodness, it doesn't like it. It doesn't like my adapter. It's so rude. Nope. All right. So that adapter thing doesn't do anything. Good to know. So let's put it in right. Oh, it would help if it were plugged in, wouldn't it? All right, whatever. Whatever. I wonder if the real reason that the DaVinci Resolve is free with the cameras is so that they can try to sell you another camera. All right, let's see. I do not need Figma open. I do not need XP Pen. I do not need Safari. Let's open Two Masters audiobook. And it's lost it. So let's reconnect. 1.1 Revan. Let's locate that. It is now in OneDrive Personal. Two Masters, Book One. Where did? Oh, View. Oh my gosh, I was about to have a heart attack. Yeah, no, I wasn't done looking for it. You should be in here, right? Oh, unless it's in Documents. This is a little unfortunate. All right, well, I don't think I necessarily want to hunt down number one right now. Yeah, all right. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the master folder. Disk search. Oh, it found it. Oh, okay. Let's see. Crashing lessened. Disorientation. It's all right. No frustration. Just start over. Let's see how long it takes me to get there. All right, so there's that. Let's see. Input device is Scarlett plus preset. So I need to go into preferences. Input device. Input device. Yes, here we go. Is Scarlett PreSonus. Output device is Scarlett PreSonus. Okay, what else do I have? System audio, auto 8, Scarlett PreSonus, automatic speaker configuration. Okay, capture and playback. Capture and playback. Is it under the same thing? Where is it? Oh, it's in project settings. This is system settings. Okay, now we go to project settings. So we go to capture and playback. And we make sure that capture says, what? Oh, play out, audio only. Play out is audio only. Okay, good. I did that. Now I go to the Fairlight tab. All right. Capture play. Oh, gotta make sure I do that. Capture and playback. Fairlight. 44,100. Good. And I think that's because that's what the project is at, so it won't let me change it. Let's see. Create timeline for scene. Already got it. Right? Go to edit. So chapter 1. So, chapter 1 is sitting inside timeline 3. Okay, let's rename that. Chapter 1. Okay, let's go into chapter 2, and we're going to name this. Rename. Okay, come on. Chapter 2. Okay, good. Now, Fairlight tab. Okay, name it scene. I think right now I'm just going to go by chapter. Let's look at the timeline settings. How do I set that again? Oh, it's already there. Audio tracks. All right, there we go. Let's go to here. Let's go to the mixer. Hey, why don't you give me more? That's rude. Change that input. So A1 to A4 needs to be set to that. Let's patch you in. Scarlett PreSonus audio 1. Okay, good. Now I need to arm you for recording. Ooh. Okay, how do I turn this off? I'm hearing my own voice twice. Okay, I don't want you to play back at me. This is weird. Does this stop what's recording? Yes, it messes that up too. So let's leave that there. And I don't want you to make noise right now. Okay, I need to add this. Okay. Mute bus 1 so my microphone doesn't give me the delayed audio. Look at this, guys. Here. Do right now. Much better. Look at what past Thomas wrote down. Look at that smart boy. Such a smart cookie. All right, arm each track for record. I'm only using audio 1. Leave each audio track without any changes, effects, etc. Yeah, I'm not doing Audacity. All right. Review plan for the day, including what scenes. I'm looking at chapter 2 here. I want to open my voice notes. So let's see. Who do we got right now? We've got. Okay, right now today we are doing here. I'm going to clear this filter, and then I'm going to sort it by original order, ascending. And right now, let's see, where's mail number 1? Did I delete a column like a goose? Unhide. Ugh. All right. Anyway, we've got Revan, Tellu, Sovin, and Orlaith. Revan, Tellu, Sovin, and Orlaith. Revan, Tellu, Sovin, and Orlaith. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and go to data. Oh, man. Why do I take so long? Go to data, and I'm going to say, I'm just going to do the thing here. It says current scene. And who's going to be there? Revan, Tellu, Sovin, Alrin, right? Okay, 1 second. We can do this, guys. Wonder if anyone's on yet. That'd be cute if, stay on the page. If somebody actually watched my live stream, don't mind me while I be emotional. Okay, those are all good. Sorry, guys. Mm, it is gonna be incredible how long I take to do things. But you know what? Dang it, I'm gonna do it. Including what scenes. Okay, good. I am looking at scenes. Revan, Tellu, Sovin, Orlaith. Oh, and Alrin. Revan, Tellu. Okay, let's do Alrin is yes. Tellu, Sovin, Orlaith. Tevin, Revan. Even though nobody is watching this live stream right now, I'm still freaking out. Oh, and I missed Orlaith. And I think I missed Revan. So I'll jump back down to get that. B. And Revan. Okay. Now let's go and do filter by yes. And hide this. So we've got Alrin, Orlaith, Revan, Sovin. So Revan, his resonance range is mid to upper throat. He speaks a bit louder than whoever he is with. He's not practiced in projecting, so he can sound strained. And his word confidence, sometimes legitimate, sometimes feigned. That's a good description of him. And then we got Sovin, 11 to 13-year-old boy, higher voice, helpful little tyke. Tellu, between 1922, same age as Revan. Let's see, on good terms with Revan, worries about the quieter voice. Most of his words come from a place of concern for others. Orlaith, probably as self-righteous as Revan, friction whenever they interact. So, taking on a bit of a I'm saying feminine, but you know what? I am trying for the feminine. Let's see. We've got mid-range is Alren's resonance range is from his chest to the center of his throat. It goes higher. It goes higher when he's talking to Revan, roll on the floor laughing my butt off. I shouldn't say it goes higher when he's talking to Revan though, because I don't feel that it's getting higher. Uh Get more strained when dealing with Revan's shenanigans. Yeah, where's my word confidence? Oh, there it is. Oh, this is when I only had like 3 in there. Okay. I'm gonna give it a try. So those are my scene. That's the scene. Those are the characters for the scenes I'm doing today. So let's see what's on my instructions. Start with come on, go where I want you to. 10 full seconds of room tone. Ah, the clicker. Woo! That's gonna be loud in your ear holes. All right, let's see. So I'm going to move my monitoring software over to the other monitor. Sorry, friends. I'm going to go into focus mode. And I'm actually going to go to, let me try this. Nope. Okay, let's zoom in. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, shoot. I didn't do my other vocal exercises. All right, got to do those first. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I did everything up to, um I did the music. Sorry, I didn't record that part. Start with addiction exercises and tongue twisters. Oh, mouth's getting the clickies. My friend David told me this technique. And this one starts with Trinidad. Trinidad and the big Mississippi and the town Honolulu and the lake Titicaca. The Popota capital is not in Canada, rather in Mexico, Mexico, Mexico. Canada Malagal Remedy Brentisi, Canada Malagal Remedy Brentisi, Canada Malagal Remedy Brentisi, yes. Tibet, 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 Nagasaki, Yokohama. Nagasaki, Yokohama. Oh, what to do to die today at a minute or two till two? A thing distinctly hard to say, but harder still to do. For they beat it at two at a 20 to two, at a rat a tat a tat a two, and the dragon will come at the sound of the drum at a minute or two to two today at a minute or two till two. Bebot, 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 bebot. Aluminum linoleum, aluminum linoleum, aluminum linoleum, aluminum linoleum. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. Red leather, yellow leather. I should really finish eating the apple in my mouth. Quick drink. Yeah, I know it's got food coloring, but it doesn't have sugar. It does have sodium. Wonder what effect that has. Where was I? Unique New York, 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 unique New York. Minimum cinnamon, 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 minimum cinnamon. Is this the last part? It is for today. Woo, whoa, whoa, wow. Woo, whoa, whoa, wow. Woo, whoa, whoa, wow. Peter Piper picked how's it go? Peter Piper picked a pickled peck. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. But if Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, I've probably forgotten which person picked the pickled peppers that Peter Piper picked. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. Did I do amidst the mists? I don't know, but I'm doing it again. Amidst the mists and frozen frosts, he thrusts his fists against the posts and still insists he sees the ghosts. I'm not doing the speak around a cork in your mouth right now. All right, let's see. That's all that. All right. Here's the program. I'm going to start with capturing 10 full seconds of room tone. I'm going to use the clicker if I mess up a line. I'm going to wait a moment, re record that paragraph. Do not speed up at the beginning. I noticed I was doing that last time. Match pace. Don't speed to catch up. Oops, wrong one. I wanted to catch up. Goal, no edits. It's not really no edits, but it's something I got from Chris, my friend who in a prior job made video tutorials. It's better reread scenes or paragraphs or chapters when tempted to say, I'll fix it in post. A smooth single recording is better than multiple spliced recordings. I should say from one. No, I know what it means. going to say from one session especially, is better than multiple splice recordings from multiple sessions especially. So do not use fix it in post as a crutch. Avoid it. Better get a good recording than to wrestle with editing. Oh gosh, don't I know that? Oh, okay. There's certain track effects like voice isolation, which I do not want. Okay. Let's hit record. We do 10 seconds of room tone. And then we will. I want to, do one more thing. Focus mode. 3, 2. Whew. I wanted 10 seconds of clean room tone. All right, friends. I'm going to open this in the other window. Make sure it's not covering certain things. And then, my friends, we're going to go. I have a burp hanging out halfway up my throat. Ugh, gross. I'm so sorry, friends. Can you tell I'm nervous? Chapter 2. The Prophet. After a long nap on the beach and a half-day's walk, Revan and Blackfire entered Sothfader, the Hirav capital village. Each home was a work of art, with sinuous roofs designed to direct any rainfall into collectors, and arched doorways that resembled curved trees leaning into each other. Each door featured incredibly detailed etchings. There were scripture verses in immaculate calligraphy, depictions of Sephitarro, Mother God, and even just of nature itself, plants or animals. Some monks even painted their doors, lending that's what I get for deleting so many italics. After a long nap on the beach and a half-day's walk, Revan and Blackfire entered Sothfader, the Hirav capital village. Each home was a work of art, with sinuous roofs designed to direct any rainfall into collectors, and arched doorways that resembled curved trees leaning into each other. Each door featured incredibly detailed etchings. There are scripture verses in immaculate calligraphy, depictions of Sephitarro, Mother God, and even just of nature itself, plants or animals. Gotta do it again. Come on, Thomas. After a long nap on the beach and a half-day's walk, Revan and Blackfire entered Sothfader, the Hirav capital village. Each home was a work of art, with sinuous roofs designed to direct any rainfall into collectors and arched. Ah, you know what? I'm starting over. I'm going like this. I'm gonna go all the way back here, except for the room tone. I'm gonna do a blade. No, Command B. Right there. So I just deleted some of it. Come on, Da Vinci, where'd you go? There we go. I need you back here. I already got the room tone, so now let's pull it back up. And go! Woo! Chapter 2, The Prophet. After a long nap on the beach and a half-day's walk, Revan and Blackfire entered Sothvader, the Hiriv capital village. Each home was a work of art, with sinuous roofs designed to direct any rainfall into collectors, and arched doorways that resembled curved trees leaning into each other. Each door featured incredibly detailed etchings. There were scripture verses in immaculate calligraphy, depictions of Sephiroth, Mother God, and even just of nature itself, plants or animals. Some monks even painted their doors, lending a beautiful vibrance to their dwellings' entrances. Pity the monks living behind those doors were so dull. Though the monks themselves were dull. Nope, start over. Though the monks them Though the monks themselves were dull, they gave everything they crafted the finest detail. Even their master suits were works of art, with layers of intertwining and overlapping leather designed to absorb the impact of a goat's headbutting. Ugh, oop. There's that burp I was waiting for. All right. Though the monks themselves were dull, they gave everything they crafted the finest detail. Dang it, another one. Ugh, gross, guys. I gotta go faster. Slow is fast. Though the monks themselves were dull, they gave everything they crafted the finest detail. Even their master suits were works of art, with layers of intertwining and overlapping leather designed to absorb the impact of a goat's headbutting. Revan inspected his arm. The tiny chain links that made up his suit were still intact, although dirty. It had taken him almost a year to make his suit, each ring no longer than the nail on his pinky. The monk he had borrowed the weave from did not appreciate his use of it. She'd said it had been meant for art. It made better armor. His side throbbed, and after almost a day's hike to get back, he was ready for some sleep. Revan! Telyu and Orlaith approached. He glanced at their animal companions, a squirrel and a tiny bird. He wondered why they didn't strive to tame more. Telyu and Hey, that was not high enough on the chart. There we go. Telyu and Orlaith approached. He glanced at their animal companions, a squirrel and a tiny bird. He wondered why they didn't strive to tame more challenging animals. We've been looking all over for you, Telyu said with exasperation. Where were you? Hunting, Revan said. Orlaith shook her head, giving Blackfire a suspicious look. Orlaith shook her head, giving Blackfire a suspicious look. The bird on her shoulder fidgeted. Blackfire gave a low growl and Revan commanded him to stay. He tried to remain patient with Orlaith's judgment. The Cephataran says nothing against hunting. Reading isn't too boring for you? Orlaith said with the lift of a brow. I can have more than one interest. Revan smiled at Blackfire. Orlaith's eyes narrowed. You're going to get yourself killed before you hit 30. You're not going to live before you hit 30. Telliu frowned but did not interrupt. The young monk would try to find an opening, but Revan wouldn't give him one. Orlaith wanted a philosophical fight, and Revan was ready. She and the other monks enjoyed inventing commandments. And Revan hated few things more than made-up rules. The Cephataran says we shouldn't kill, and you go out killing with that creature. She motioned to Blackfire. Didn't Mother God also create wolves? To test us, Orlaith said. Have you been inside their heads? How about a dog? A hawk? No. Revan motioned to the bird on Orlaith's shoulder. Carnivores are much smarter than your little nutpicker. Don't insult Brightling, she snapped. Wait, don't some birds eat worms? Revan feigned a look of disgust. That's killing for food. Why is that okay? Before Orlaith could respond, Telliu interrupted. Revan, the prophet's furious. We thought the monster might have killed you. Selrus has been so worried. The mention of Selrus, his mother, flooded Revan with guilt. He should have told her what he was doing. She would have disapproved, but at least she wouldn't have had to wonder. Oh, start over. Got the rhythm wrong there. The mention of Selrus, his mother, flooded Revan with guilt. He should have told her what he was doing. She would have disapproved, but at least she wouldn't have had to. Trying to get my T's right. There we go. The mention of Selrus, his mother, flooded Revan with guilt. He should have told her what he was doing. She would have disapproved, but at least she wouldn't have had to wonder where he was or whether he was alive. Where he was or whether he was alive. Where he was wouldn't have had to wonder where he was or whether he was alive. That's a lot of W's. The mention of Selrus, his mother, flooded Revan with guilt. He should have told her what he was doing. She would have disapproved, but at least she wouldn't have had to wonder where he was or whether he was alive. He focused on Telliu. It's been taken care of. Really? Orlaith said, incredulity in her tone. Her bird chirped from her shoulder. A younger monk, 12 or 13 years old, ran down the hill from the holy house in the center of town, heading their way. Yes, Revan said, I mastered a 40-foot serpent. Just be glad I sent it away instead of bringing it home. Revan! A voice shouted. It was Sovin, the prophet's errand runner. Revan had been a runner once. Not the worst job, since you got to overhear plenty of interesting conversations. Yes. Yes, Revan asked. Yes. Oh, wait, I'm going to do that one more time, just in case the space wasn't good. Yes, Revan asked. The prophet, Sovin panted, wants to see you. He's going to be furious, Orlaith said. Is he a prophet if he doesn't know where I am? Revan smirked. Do it again. Is he a prophet if he doesn't know where I am? Revan smirked. You really should be more respectful, Orlaith said, frowning. He can survive a little disrespect, Revan said, resisting the urge to roll his eyes. Revan turned to Sovin. Tell him I'll be there in a minute. Sovin nodded and headed toward the holy house. Revan turned to tell you. It seems the prophet expected me to return. Telly shrugged. Well, the rest of us were afraid after what happened to Warrig. Revan frowned. Warrig was one of the nicer ones. Thank you, Telly. Orlaith shook her head and walked away. Orlaith shook her head and walked away. One more time, with space. Orlaith shook her head and walked away. Revan said goodbye to Telly and walked up the hill toward the prophet's office in the holy house. His father's office. All right, I'm going to stop recording for a second so that on the software, I'm going to give it a mark to mark the scene, and we shall resume. Wait, not yet. I want to double check my notes about his father's voice. So chest to center throat. So it's more here. It goes higher when he's talking to Revan, but it still needs to start at the chest. I think that's what gives him his fatherly air. Okay. Like this. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, let's go ahead and cut this. Let's paste it right there. What I do? Cut and paste. Select a single range. All right, whatever. All right. Let's try this again. Revan sat in the office on the top level of the Holy House's only tower. Thick glass made up the dome. I was reading it right, but I mistaked. Revan sat in the office on the top level of the Holy House's only tower. Thick glass made up the dome above him, with windows on every side. It was barely big enough to fit a desk, 2 chairs, and a handful of bookcases filled with the dealings of Mother God and her people. Revan had taken a scolding here more than once. What made you think it was such a good idea to go off alone? Revan's father asked, his tone serious. I handled it. Revan leaned back, trying to look relaxed. Pain ricocheted between his ribs and arm. He failed to hide his wince. His father raised an incredulous eyebrow. How will your mother feel? Don't think I didn't notice that limp when you walked in. Revan frowned, wanting to cover his injuries. His mother would be very upset. I'm fine. What did you break this time? His father said. Nothing, Revan said. Your arm. Give it. His father reached for Revan's hand. Revan pulled it away. It's fine, just a bruise. The serpent's gone. Isn't that what matters? It is not what matters most. His father slammed his fist on his desk, causing a volume of the Cephataran to bounce. He set his lips in a thin line and his forehead. Vorhead? Damn it. It is not what matters most. His father slammed his fist on the desk, causing a volume of the Cephataran to bounce. He set his lips in a thin line and his forehead creased in exasperation. We were just about to send a party, armored in our sturdiest master suits. We wanted to scare the beast off, not master it. Leather master suits would have been useless. Nope. Bite of apple, then I'll continue. Take a drink. I'm not supposed to clear my throat, apparently. Leather master suits would have been useless. Again. Leather master suits would have been useless. Revan rolled up his sleeve to show his father the dented rings. He rolled up his master suit sleeve too, revealing the deep, purpling bruises on his arm. Revealing the deep, purpling bruises on his arm. My master suit is the only one strong enough to resist its fangs. Start over. Leather master suits would have been useless. Revan rolled up his sleeve to show his father the dented rings. He rolled up his master suit sleeve too, revealing the deep, purpling bruises on his arm. My master suit is the only one strong enough to resist its fangs. I mastered it and sent it home. Revan's father rubbed his temples and stood. Revan. His father looked out the window and toward the sky, then closed his eyes. Oh, come on. Be a big click. Revan tensed. This usually either meant something from above, or his father was trying to center himself. A moment of silence passed before his father opened his eyes and turned to Revan. You cannot allow pride to consume you. Revan clenched his fists until his knuckles turned white. Revan clenched his fists until his knuckles turned white. Revan clenched his fists until his knuckles turned white. He tightened his jaw until his teeth hurt. Pride? I took care of it. What if I'd waited and someone else got hurt? While I debated. Revan clenched his fists until his knuckles turned white. He tightened his jaw until his teeth hurt. Pride? I took care of it. What if I'd waited and someone else got hurt? While you debated, I acted. Revan pointed to the holy book on the desk. Doesn't the Sephataran say, better than a kind thought is a kind word, and better than a kind word is a kind deed? I acted while you chatted. You've got to admit the wisdom in that. You've got to admit the wisdom in that. Without missing a beat, his father came back with, it also says, a good act done thoughtless can damage like an evil act done thoughtful. I am the prophet. Do you want to argue doctrine with me again? Revan argued doctrine with his father before, but he always lost. Not only did his father know the Sephataran better, forward and back, but he also received new revelation from Mother God herself. Revan argued doctrine with his father before, but he always lost. Not only did his father know the Sephataran better, forward and back, but he also received new revelation from Mother God herself. I just wish you would be more proactive, Revan said. No, you wish we were more like you. His father's gaze returned to the window, but this time he looked down at the village. Revan stood, following his father's gaze. Not far sat the graveyard, a new plot freshly dug. Soon, Werig, the young monk killed by the serpent, would be buried there. Revan's chest clenched. If only he had been there, he could have stopped it, mastered the serpent, then and there. Mother God does not intend to stop all suffering, my son. Revan looked at the hole in the earth. He'd seen Werg's mother's face when they found the body. Revan, your heart is in the right place, but you charge ahead when you should follow. You speak when you should listen. You fight the boundaries set to protect you. Your achievements make you arrogant and dissatisfied. You defend those who need defense, yet you also contend with those who have no real quarrel with you. You defend those who need defense. Oh, I need the clicker. You defend those who need defense, yet you also contend with those who have no real quarrel with you. Revan frowned. His father turned to look at him. Revan, you have flaws, but also many strengths. The council worries about you, as do I, not just as the prophet, but as your father. Years of hard earned wisdom radiated from his father's eyes. But age and experience did not make someone right. Any idea not in a new revelation or the Sephataran was up for debate. Work with us. I'd rather have the council trusting you. What if I don't care what the council thinks of me? You will if you want your petition to leave granted. Revan closed his mouth. He'd nearly forgotten about it, since they'd denied his last petition. The last few days would seem to indicate that you're not ready at all. The last few days would seem to indicate that you're not ready at all. I've been ready for years, Revan sat up. His father shook his head. You're irresponsible, risk-sinking, and not a little overconfident. Your recent rebellions have only exaggerated that. We were about to deny your request. Revan paused. About to? Revan paused. About to? His father let out a sigh. His father let out a sigh. Regardless of what I think, Mother God has spoken. She has told me that your time is now. You may learn the Lord ordination ceremonies and, if you wish, leave the island. Oh, get any stretch, get the wiggles. Revan's eyes widened. The others think we should punish you for going after the creature, but the trials of the world will humble you. Ugh. Had a burp there, and I don't like that delivery. The others. Come on, show up on the sound waves. Come in, right here. Whatever. Maybe I double click each time. The others think we should punish you for going after the creature, but the trials of the world will humble you. His father's face collapsed into a worried frown. But Revan smiled. He could finally leave, find a lord, multiply his powers. He could see the world and make a difference. Your pride will destroy you if you let it. Crotella would have your soul. Remember, pride was also his weakness. It grew harder to listen as Revan considered the possibilities. He could explore new lands filled with warriors, kings, castles, and great beasts to master. Let others interpret his confidence as pride if they wanted, but his confidence would grant him the adventure he craved. So, you'll teach me the words? His father sighed and nodded. Yes. Revan readied himself to memorize every word. The prophet of the Hirav took a deep breath, then locked gazes with Revan. By the power of Sephitarro given to man, I confer the connection of Trial Lord. You shall be my lord until you or I pass from this world, or until you or I decide that you are not. We shall be connected in mind, and by the unity of our wills, we will be connected in power. Thus it is. His father. Side note, these lights are not going to work. They like to click. This is not going to work. Got to get different lights in here. Stupid things. His father had Revan repeat the words multiple times. You must pronounce them exactly. Burn them in your mind before you leave. You cannot write them down. Revan nodded. His father continued. Place both hands on his head before you say the words. Once you're done, he will become your trial lord, his people yours to serve. You will be able to mind speak to each other. That was a bad you. Place both hands on his head before you say the words. Once you're done, he will become your trial lord, his people yours to serve. You will be able to mind speak with each other, and your power and mastery will increase to the degree that you align your wills. Revan nodded again. And what are the words to make someone my life lord? The seriousness. Try again. The seriousness in his father's voice increased. You cannot choose a life lord lightly. It is the most important decision you'll ever make. Choose your candidate with the utmost care. It'll have a greater impact on your life than even who you choose to marry. I understand. Revan, his father snapped, his tone urgent. You must be careful. Do not choose a lord who exercises unrighteous dominion. You must choose one who is compassionate, one who has good goals and pure motives, one who cares for his people. Revan felt the rebuke and calmed his haste. His father let out a sigh. Do you know why so many who seek a lord return here masterless? The question confused Revan. Their masters died? Few monks who returned spoke of their time in the West. His father shook his head. No. Many return only a few years after they leave. Some return because they cannot find a lord at all. Again. Oh, quit pumping it. I vibrate the springs. His father shook his head. No. Many return only a few years after they leave. Some return because they cannot find a lord at all. Others return because their masters turn out to be cruel men, hungry for power and lovers of blood and violence. Those monks return because they know the cost of their poor choice. They choose not to use their powers, rather than use them for a corrupt person. But I see many people controlling animals. Those are the ones who didn't find a lord, Revan. Think about Gendral, Teradeth, and even Master Rinviv on the Prophet's Council. Have you ever seen any of them with animal companions? His father was right. He shook his head. Exactly. Their masters turned out to be corrupt. They wanted our brethren to use their animals for evil purposes. Few there are who find a lord and stay in the western lands, and even most of those return in later years. Over time, fewer and fewer monks have left. We have a good life here, free from strife. Not all monks want the power that comes with a lord. Do you want to risk choosing a poor master and losing your gift altogether? Apple bite. Where was I? Losing your gift altogether? Revan pondered. He considered himself more discerning than others. He could see good when other people condemned, and he saw hypocrisy. Nope, start again. Revan pondered. He considered himself more discerning than others. He could see good when other people condemned, and he saw hypocrisy. Revan pondered. He considered himself more discerning than others. He could see good when other people condemned, and he saw the hypocrisy in those who claimed. Damn it! Revan pondered. He considered himself more discerning than others. He could see good. Damn it! Sorry, guys. Revan pondered. He considered himself more discerning than others. He could see good when other people condemned, and he saw the hypocrisy in those who claimed to be good. This was his next challenge: more and bigger animals. He wanted it more than anything else in the world. Yes. His father nodded. Then I must reiterate, you must respect this gift. Mother God gave us this power, and for some reason I cannot remotely understand, she wants you to be given the freedom to unlock it. Only this gift remains of the ancient powers. No longer do men control the elements or read others' hearts. Respect it, please. His father looked up at the sky again and closed his eyes. The world is changing. He looked at Revan, and I don't know what that change will bring. Revan nodded, even though he had no idea what his father was talking about. The Hirav were still as boring and sleepy as always. And if the world was changing, even more reason to see it. Now, his father said, let us continue. The words to ordain someone to be your life lord. Revan sat up straight and listened hard. By the power of Sephitarro given to man, I confer the connection of life lord. You shall be my lord until you decide you are not, or one of us passes from this world. We shall be connected in mind, and by the unity of our wills, we will be connected in power until the end of our days. And may our wills be one and one with Mother God's. Thus it is. They ran through these words more times than the first. Start again. That pacing was weird. They ran through these words more times than the first. Keep practicing. Know them better than your own name. I have all the other ceremonies memorized, Revan said. And you've had years to practice those. Those you won't have as much time. And you've had years to practice those. These you won't have as much time. His father leaned in. Protect this as you would your life. Do not lay roses before bulls. Revan nodded. He glanced at Kaveth Ione. Uh-oh, here. Something I ate this morning. I think it was the dairy. Graham crackers. Revan nodded. He glanced at Kaveth Ione, the ancient sword that hung above the bookshelf. The free... Oh, and there's a burp. Ugh. Revan nodded. He glanced at Kaveth Ione, the ancient sword that hung above the bookshelf. The 3-foot blade's dark gray metal glistened, its black sheath on a rack below it. Its black sheath on a rack below it. Yep, gotta be careful what I eat in the morning. Revan nodded. He glanced back. Fudge. Revan nodded. He glanced at Kaveth Ione, the ancient sword that hung above the bookshelf. The 3-foot blade's dark gray metal glistened, its black sheath on a rack below it. His... Revan nodded. He glanced at Kaveth Ione, the ancient sword that hung above the bookshelf. The 3-foot blade's dark gray metal glistened, its black sheath on a rack below it. Revan used to polish that blade when he was the prophet's errand boy. His father had told him the sword was symbolic of what the hero of monks left behind: violence. They'd chosen isolation to protect themselves. Revan saw it as a symbol of adventure. When can I go? Revan said. His father sighed once again. Once you have the ceremonies memorized, enough to speak them in the middle of a rainstorm, a month after you last spoke them aloud. Remember, you may not write them, and you need to memorize the maps, kingdoms, and languages of the Western continent. Revan smiled. He'd studied all of it extensively. Vast nations with mighty cities, fields, plains, forests, and mountains filled with mammoths, tigers, wolves bigger than wagons, giant eagles, and a plethora of other creatures. A land of possibilities. Son, his father placed a hand on Revan's shoulder, pulling him out of his daydream. You cannot let this world consume you. If you find a lord, you might be there for the rest of your life. He thought of a monk's ideal life, a simple one of tending a garden, mastering easy animals, reading scripture, and sitting quietly. That could not be his fate. As long as I can go, Revan said. It doesn't matter where. Try that again. As long as I can go, Revan said. It doesn't matter where. As long as I can go, Revan said. It doesn't matter where. Booyah! Chapter 2 recorded. All right, I've got a few things I've got to do related to work, and then I'm probably going to come back again. Let's see, I'll stop sharing so that you just get the video of me. All right, friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I try to work through my fears of being public, and as I try to narrate this book. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful day.